Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Shadow Wars. In the previous episode, we took out the above ground defenses of the La Semia base, and today we are going in the passage. Having infiltrated the base, Duke and Banshee move towards the central area. And this is where the start of the game ties in. God, this is so cool. I remember I remember so much when I was like in high school. Just this game and the footage and whatnot, and getting to rent it from Hastings back when Hastings existed. Sorry, I'm gonna get emotional. Let's just move on. Duke, I'm through. This looks like the right way into the base, but we got trouble. I'm right behind you, Banshee. What's the bad news? A sealed blast door straight ahead, and it's guarded. Let's get to that door as quickly as possible. The others are waiting for us. Affirmative, let's crash the party. Open the security door. Alright. And here we are. Where it all started. 24 episodes ago? Man. It honestly crazy. I just can't get over the fact that like how long ago this series started, both in terms of episodes, but also in terms of like the actual like fucking calendar year.
Americans, stop them! One of them has optical camo. Get closer.
So they can kinda see Banshee. Hey, somebody finally noticed me. And it ain't your magnetic personality. Aw, you're dumb. You have been dead. God, this is so crazy. The fact that like we're here, the final chapter, making it through the Zemia, but god damn. Oh man. Anyways, how are y'all doing? I'm obviously reminiscing so goddamn hard right now. The nostalgia is just oozing all over the place for me. Oh man, it feels weird. It honestly, it feels like anytime I let's play a game that was like from my childhood and I get towards the end, it just feels weird, you know? Like it feels like I'm officially sort of documenting like something from my childhood. These guys are real unfriendly. How'd we end up this mess? Flying over Kazakhstan, the missile on our tail? You can't blame me, I wasn't on the Kestrel. Exactly, none of your Irish luck when we needed it. Oh, man. Uh, but yeah, it's just like, I'm like, hey, here's a game from my childhood. Uh, I just, it's a little weird, you know? But did I? Oh, fuck. I didn't do that right. Oh well, who cares? They'll bunch up anyways. Um, oh, man. It's like, I'm thinking about some of the games that I've played, like, from my childhood. Like, I did, Pikmin, Super Mario Galaxy, Portal, this game. Oh, 007 Nightfire. Fridge. So rude. When my fridge kicks on, it it turns off my my monitor for like a couple of seconds, because it's just pulling so much power. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Haven't done Sunshine yet. The Battlefront games, Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. Which, like, man, I'm torn. Okay. I'm like super torn about this. So I'm actually going to, put it up for a vote. I think what I'm going to do is, before this episode comes out, like I'm thinking the week this episode comes out, I'm gonna make a thread on my forums. Okay. And basically, it's gonna be a poll that you like write in on, that asks just a simple question. Do you want my whole backlog of videos up on the website? Or do you want me to completely start over with a brand new numbering system? And I've said it out loud. I've got some ideas. So, idea number 1. We keep going with this website as like the hub, not just for the old content, but for the new content. Okay? Or 49 and 50 are the last Let's Plays for this site. We start a new site and a new numbering system. I'm not too terribly fond of that idea. Or another option is trying to think. Another option is after Let's Plays 49 and 50, we start just a fresh numbering system. I don't know. I'll make a thread on the forums. Actually, shit, I might do it after I'm done recording this video. So that people who are already on the forums have a chance to weigh in. And then that'll just be open for like however long that is. I'll post like a little thing in my guest book. Another great welcome and another door ahead. There must be some kind of drone factory down here. We had better shut it down for good. I hate these metal freaks. One step at a time. Let's deal with them and get to the next door. So those are just some ideas that I've got floating around. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, that's what I get for doing something a little out of order. But it's fine. Let's real quick, Banshee. You know what? I'm gonna give you the light armor. And Duke. Yeah, damage for range, heavy launcher, heavy armor. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, so those are just some ideas that I'm floating around right now. I'm curious to hear y'all's thoughts, because it does feel like. So okay, let me take it a step back. Also, I'm gonna save the game because I don't want to go through all those fucking menus. Americans, stop them! One of them has optical camo. Yeah, so my thought process, right, is, you know, the website feels like a brand new era for the channel. Like, we've had channel years, and those years have kind of had their own sort of, I guess you could say they had themes of their own. But something, you know, something's different with this year, or this, like, having it on like a personal website is just, it fundamentally, I feel like it's different, like different enough to have its own numbering system, you know. And I'm thinking, like, as sort of like the rationale, you know, or the whole thought process is, like, okay, sorry, again, I haven't fully worked out that commentary muscle, so I'm still rusty. But the idea, so like, let's take for example Vlaire, you know. For those who weren't around at the time, Vlaire was a team's attempt to make sort of like an indie rival to YouTube, because YouTube was doing the whole COPPA thing, and on top of like a whole bunch of other issues. And so because of that, People were feeling very jaded. They wanted, you know, maybe to get off of YouTube or maybe get off of CorpoNet in general. And we saw the introduction, or rather the rise of Vlaire, which was, you know, in theory, a great idea. I loved Vlaire. I think it had a pretty decent business model for a video sharing platform, and that was you had a hard limit of both length and time, where I believe it was you could upload a maximum of 10 or 15 minutes. You know, I've got the archive on my computer, actually. I've got an archive of the videos, I should say. And I'm gonna pull this up right now. Content archive, Vlaire archive, Dark Arena. Does it say duration? Oh, okay. It was 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't start paying for the premium features until the end of Finding Paradise. Because that one was an hour. And I didn't want to break it up into 2 parts. So, okay, yeah. So it was 30 minutes. You could pay to have... oh, and it had to be under a certain file size, too. So, you know, you could pay... and you got... I believe you got a badge. You had a... you got a role on the website. And on the Discord server that was like, this person is a supporter. They pay the monthly fee. You could upload longer videos. You could upload videos that were a larger file size. And I think that was it. So, but it was a pretty good deal, in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, there was some weird stuff with their web host. There was like issues with like copyright, because copyright law in general is kind of funky. Oh man, I could just do a regular attack. Oh, I have to be there. Okay, fine. Not too bad, actually. But yeah, so good fucking God. They are just going right at him. Oh, he's not doing too hot. Oh, fuck. But yeah, so that's like the gist, right? That's what Vlaire was all about. It was an indie site. They had ads, I think. I can't remember for sure, but I do remember the fact that they had that that funding model where you could pay for longer videos to be uploaded. And from my understanding, it didn't necessarily make them a profit, but it did make hosting a whole lot easier. I should have just pulled you back. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Pulling you back. What is your range, by the way? Oh, it's... Oh, we should be fine, actually. We win these. Okay, yeah, pick up that health kit and you're good. But you know, then it crumbled. God fucking damn. Please do not kill her. Fuck. Load save game. Son of a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna finish this thought because obviously me trying to describe this is having like an honest to God impact on my thinking. So after the copyright thing, right? Which is wild, but apparently they had like a really scummy server host, but they were able to like work out a thing where you could users could like download their channel information or their videos or whatnot, and then they decided to take the opportunity to I believe they had a backup Patreon, so people could continue to donate if they wanted to. And then things got really weird. There was a lot of infighting within the like main team behind it, and it got to a point where the team fractured, and half the team left, including like the original owner. And so they were like, hey, can we please have the rights to Blair so we can, try to keep the project going back and forth. And then we're like, okay, cool. But then after a lot of radio silence, and I had left the Discord at that point, so I wasn't up in the know, but eventually they decided to give up on the project, which is wild. But I can understand it, because managing that big of a site with like all of those videos and whatnot is hard. It's not their full-time job. They were barely breaking even, from what I heard. But all that huge tangent aside, so when they were going, I had done some Let's Plays, which if you were from when I was actively on YouTube, there was a period where after the site shut down, I had these videos and I was like, man, I don't like the fact that they're just like, they're just sitting on my hard drive. And, I quite enjoyed the process of making those videos. And so I was like, God, what am I going to do? And then I decided to, effectively do a series where I did I uploaded those videos. I believe I called them, like, the playlist titles were just Vault, but like the collection was from the Vault, because they were videos from my content vault. And I uploaded them while I was on like a short break from YouTube. I forget the reason why, but you know, it helped to have something releasing on the channel while I was busy with other matters, apparently. Yeah. So anyways, with those Let's Plays, they had their own numbering system because Vlaire was a completely different site. I finally got back to it. We're finally back to why I brought this up in the first place. I'm sorry it took this long. Having a scatterbrain is one hell of a fucking drug. But yeah, so on Vlaire, because it was like totally different, I didn't want to just re-upload all of my videos on there, because like I'd seen so many people do that. And you know, at the time I was fairly active on the Discord, and most of us, most of the people there, myself included, you know, had sort of the thought of like, well, we should probably be uploading original stuff to the platform. We shouldn't just be re-uploading what we've already made, because then it feels kind of cheap, you know? And so I was like, yeah, you know, because I hadn't really determined what I was gonna do yet either. I had uploaded a single test video because I was just, you know, I wanted to get familiar with the site and all that. And you know, I was like, you know, yeah, I should make some Vlaire exclusive Let's Plays. And I did. And, you know, one of those was a first-person shooter on the Game Boy Advance called Dark Arena. It had no actual, like, save system. You had to either use passwords or just keep the thing on. So I did. I had my back when I had a GameCube with the Game Boy player, I had that shit on like 24/7 until the series was done. Actually crazy that I did. I still do that today, by the way. Like, if I'm recording a series, I am just in the habit of leaving the thing on, and it pisses Gunner off so much. Because, like, if I'm recording something for the Switch, sometimes I will just leave the game open and turn off the TV. There is a sleep mode. I could just put it to sleep. But I don't, because I'm so used to, you know, just having to leave things on. Because, like, you know, saving is kind of esoteric, or it's not reliable, or it just doesn't exist. And it's just easier to have it running, so then it's like, it's one less thing I have to do, which is boot up the game. Or boot up the console. And I'm gonna be real, I've been doing that with Ghost Recon Shadow Wars. On God. I have had my 3DS turned on and just like sitting on my desk fully open. Because one, this thing, I got this day one. Okay, I had pre-ordered this son of a bitch, or not pre-ordered. I got it. I was able to do like a GameStop deal or whatever. And I you know, so this thing is old, right? Like for a handheld, it's old. It's got a weird power issue where if it's asleep for too long, it will not turn back on. And I've replaced the battery in this thing 3 times. The first time was because the battery got like super bloated. And was an actual fire hazard. And then the second time, also I really should have just done the rapid strike. I don't know what I was thinking. The second time was because I think I got like the battery wasn't that powerful. And so it wasn't keeping a charge for as long as I had wanted. Yes, wide impact. And so like that was a major issue for me. I was just like, man, this is kind of bullshit. But yeah, and then then I got the third battery. So it's on its third battery, okay? And I have been assured that it even with the capture board installed, it is still easy to replace the battery. It just looks terrifying because the back plate is larger, but apparently it shouldn't make that much of a difference. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick that up actually. And I'm gonna pull you back. I'm gonna have them come to us. Again, with all the ums and shit, my god. You would have thought it's like my first ever time recording with all the fucking ums and uhs. Dear god. God, I grilled myself so hard I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So, unique numbering system to Vlaire. I did 2 wholly exclusive Let's Plays in that they were games I had not covered on my YouTube channel, like at all. And then for the third Let's Play, I had a real strong urge to Let's Play Pikmin again, and I was really conflicted because I was like, that is dumb. I did Pikmin on my YouTube channel like just a year ago. But I went back and forth, and I was like, I can't fight their urge. I've got to Let's Play Pikmin. That's the last of them. Let's check out the next door. But yeah, so at the time, the thumbnails had a little thing in the corner that was like reminiscent of like how on the N64 it would have like a peeled corner, and it was like only for Nintendo 64. And a couple of folks and I were like, oh, we should do that for like our Vlaire content, to be like, this is exclusive to Vlaire. and I think I've lost that graphical element. I can not find it. I might have to just look for it. See if it's like tucked away in some archive. Shall I proceed? Affirmative. Scout ahead. I'll hang back until you give the all clear. Victory! We came full circle. Ah, man. Production line is the next mission. You know what? Again, we're doing this live. Again. Gonna open this up. I think it was on one of these things. Other series, no. Video, no. Experiments? No. No, it's not here. Nope. That's not it. You know, it's possible that I never did. Oh, you know what? It might be on the other, I have another archive drive that has been plugged in fucking forever. Yeah, because, like, the Dark Arena thumbnails that I have don't have the Only for Vlaire thing in the corner. So, it is a high possibility that I did not save it. Huge possibility. Whoops. Didn't mean for that to be there. By the way, if you're still sticking around for this, thank you. You don't have to. I'm just leaving this in as like a fun little bonus thing for folks that like actually stay around to the end. But if you want to dip, you probably already dipped after the mission was over. But I do appreciate you for sticking around. And I appreciate you for watching the video and all that fun stuff. And I just, you know what? I can't find it. Honest to God. I think it's just gone. I think it's just lost to the aether. Yeah, it's just it's not here. I don't know where it might be. I think I was still using my Windows computer at the time. Windows computer plus like a standalone capture card. Because I'm not seeing it here. Interesting. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. If I can find that little Only for Vlaire graphic, it will have popped up on screen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Whoops.